How can men detach their self-worth from sex, sexual attention, number of options for sex? Let's talk about it. All right, here's the thing. The reason why that's important, the reason why the number of partners that you have is considered important socially is because men think it's cool. Here's what happened. I'm going to give the Cliff Notes version of this. We socialized women to say no to sex by shaming women who say yes to it. That's what purity culture is. We use religion to apply shame in order to get women to not sleep around. As a result, it became a lot harder for men to sleep with women because now the women are saying no all the time. So at that point, being able to get partners is now harder to do, right? Which makes it more impressive when a man does do it. Generally speaking, when men find things to be impressive, they consider them masculine. They associate it with manhood. So if you can do the impressive thing, you're considered more masculine. If you can't do the impressive thing, you're considered less masculine. This goes for all kinds of stuff. Sports, working out, just all kinds of stuff, right? The more impressive you are in these areas, money, all kinds of stuff. The more impressive you are, the more masculine. So other men think that's cool. They validate you. They champion you. They support you. All kinds of stuff like that if they consider you more masculine. And so a lot of men tie their self-worth to male validation. And this isn't specific to how many partners you can get. This could be for anything. How much you can bench press, how much money you got, whatever. But because so many men tie their self-worth to male validation, when men attack each other, they try to attack each other in ways to invalidate their masculinity. If you look at the nature of insults from men to other men, that's usually what they're attacking, is their masculinity. The insults can usually be summarized as you are in some way, shape, or form similar to a woman, and that is a bad thing. Or you cannot get as many women as the average man can, and that is a bad thing. Or you're not as strong, you can't inflict as much damage, you don't have as much money, stuff like that. It's because for them, their self-worth is tied to male validation, and so they're using that against you. But here's the thing, this is the answer to your question. Male validation isn't actually worth a lot in social currency. It's not really worth much. Because of the number of different traits that we attribute to masculinity that are in reality toxic, such as a man's ability to inflict damage or violence, or a man's inability to cry, or, suffering in silence and not being unwilling to ask for help, stuff like that. That's just really bad for men and for other people who are affected by the men. Because there's so many things like that we say, oh, these are masculine traits, but in reality they're just toxic. When men validate those traits or add value to those traits, it makes the value of that validation go down, because it's like, why would I care what you think is cool if you think this is cool and this is terrible, right? Like, why would I care if you try to talk shit on the number of partners I've had when you think women suck? Like, why would I? You don't even like women. Like, why would I care what you have to say? You get what I'm saying? You just gotta separate your self-worth, your self-value from male validation. And what you get as a result of that is this epiphany that you can kind of do whatever you want to, because it doesn't matter what other guys have to say about it, right? You get to enjoy things. You can paint your fingernails or frolic and shit. You get what I'm saying? But you don't care if other dudes think you're less of a man, because you don't give a fuck what they think. Late teens, early 20s, my self-worth wasn't tied to male validation. It was tied to my rank in League of Legends. Dudes, we talk about, hey, Si, we about to get on some honeys. Honeys? I'm trying to get this ELO, brother. So that's how I separated the two. I don't place any of my value in the number of people I can sleep with or in male validation. And so I just I can do what I want, and I have a lot of fun doing that. Interestingly enough, doing my own thing and not caring what other people think sometimes gets me more attention than the guy trying to be the most masculine. And I don't even have Riz. I'll be the first person to tell people I'm awkward as fuck, but you don't really need Riz. Sometimes if a woman just feels safe around you, she'll take her clothes off. I've never been a player. I wish I could be like, yeah, I'm kind of like that or whatever. I'm really not. I get slutted out. Like, they Riz me up. Or maybe they don't. But it doesn't matter if you don't attach your self-worth to the number of partners you have or the amount of people who want to sleep with you. Stop worrying about how men are going to perceive you, and you're not going to care about this kind of stuff. You can just live your life and have a good time. Anyway, that's my take on it. I'll see you guys in the next video.